Hello, my moonbeams. I hope everyone is doing well. I am so happy to have you here. Today, we are going to do a quick energy check-in for the twin flames, a little you versus them situation. I feel somebody under a lot of despair. I'm seeing the Five of Pentacles in my mind's eye, like maybe somebody's having a bit of a like rock bottom moment, and you could be seeing this a little bit in your energy, maybe retracting back to like old habits or something like that, like something's resurfacing. But I'm getting strongly that it's like another energy tugging on you, so it's probably your counterpart really going through this heavily, and it's just reflecting a little bit in your energy. You could be having dreams, dreams specifically about maybe looking for them and them never showing up, or yeah, they're in a hermit cocoon phase here strongly. Okay, probably really trying to work through these energies. I'm getting possibly rehab for some. Oh, here's the blue jay. And yep, we have the 10 of wands, burden, extra responsibility, hard work, but this is also speaking to completion. We have the 8 of pentacles in reverse. Okay, so this can speak to, we have Virgo energy strong here and Sagittarius so far. This can speak to a perfectionism wound, okay? So somebody who thinks that they're not deserving of something until they're perfect. They've been working to try to be perfect for whatever, you know, for this connection. That's really something that needs to be healed. That's working on being healed at this time. We have the 4 of Swords. Okay, so this is rest and contemplation, recuperation, Libra energy here. So there has been, it's a calling, thank you, a calling to rest, okay? Where this person probably had a hard time doing that in the past, and this has caused a total burnout here, I'm hearing. Okay, oh, we have the Hermit. I knew it. I felt that so strongly. We have the Hermit and the Empress, okay? So they are going within here, this retreat, realizing who this counterpart is to them, which is also causing a bit of a downward spiral, because I'm just getting the word fumble. Like they feel like they fumbled this. So we have Virgo energy again here. Lots of earth energy. We have the Queen of Wands. Wow, the Magician. Ace of Pentacles. And Death. Wow. And the Page of Swords. So so exactly what I'm seeing here is there's been a long time of delaying this, procrastinating this, not looking at this, possibly numbing and or working too hard to not think about this. And they're finally in a reflection stage, looking at who you are to them. They feel like this connection is very magical. And like I said, with the perfectionism wound, feel unworthy of it. But this is all part of their ego, okay? And we see the very last card here, that Death. We have Scorpio energy here, and we have an Ace of Pentacles, okay? So there's like a new opportunity coming in here that's going to lead to prosperity, that's going to help with movement here. It's going to help them feel worthy, even though, you know, we shouldn't be putting our worth into a job. You know, we are lovable just as we are, without any of our 3D definitions or 3D labels or accolades or any of those things. We are worthy just as our soul self. You know, our soul isn't able to hold on to any of those things. These are 3D constructs, and they're not what makes us lovable. And that's I think that's a really hard lesson for, you know, people to grasp in or on their spiritual journey, you know, to sit with oneself or to get to a point which someone would consider a rock bottom, where you have all of those things have been stripped from you, so that you can sit with just yourself and know that you are worthy just as you are. So let's look at the feminine here with the Neon Awakening by Spiritual Infusion. This is the volume 2, root chakra. Okay, so this deals with fear, and I was feeling that. Okay, this is a need for grounding, but there's fear here. I feel very much like the Chariot energy, like a new journey about to be embarked on, especially with this Ace of Pentacles. Like, I know this is coming up for the masculine, but I'm feeling this for the feminine too. And I've been feeling this, a new journey career-wise. And there's some insecurity and fear surrounding it. Like, will you be able to do it? You know, there's a little bit of lack of trust in one's self here, possibly due to the past. We have Mike Tyson. When you are favored by God, you are also favored by the devil. Who you came to the party with is who you will leave with, okay? I just heard very clearly to pray to Archangel Michael for protection. We have the 12th house, the house of the unconscious, hidden aspects, secrets, fears, subconscious mind, endings, the past. Okay, someone here has some things from the past they really need to tie up, or are being tied up right now. It could have a lot to do with your dreams in this moment. Like, you could be dreaming about a lot of things that have happened in the past. We have the flower of life. The cycle of creation is said to symbolize the fundamental forms of space and time. Yantra, a complex symbol used in Hindu Tantra. You could have sacred geometry, a lot of sacred geometry, as artwork, as tattoos, as something. It represents the union of divine masculine and feminine. Wow. Inner union. I mean, part of this, you know, I've been getting this song probably all week. It's the final countdown. And it's like saying, you know, like, this is the last push. This is the last push. This is the last hurdle that you need to get over. You know, everything. Ooh, child, things are gonna get easy. That's coming through. Like, things are going to get easier. We have judgment, rebirth, your inner calling, important decisions. The time is now. And I've just heard very clearly, the time is now to make the changes you've been guided to make and to stick to them. Okay, and if you, they're pointing me back to the root chakra, saying there's fear surrounding this. Okay, there's fear surrounding that you won't do what you need to do. Maybe falling into a bad habit, back into a bad habit of sorts. And you have so many times that you've lost faith in yourself, you know. And this is really where prayer needs to come in. And exactly with the Hierophant, okay? Spiritual balance, traditions, shared beliefs, guidance, mentorship, maybe looking for a mentor or a spiritual teacher to help you over this last hurdle. Folk proverb, we have, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Yes, exactly. Okay, you've been given all the nudges, you've been given all the breadcrumbs of what needs to be done, but it's up to you to make that conscious decision every day to step into your new self, right? Beautiful energy. And you're going to do it. I see it here very clearly, especially with the Death card. You're going to do it. You want this very bad for yourself, right? You don't want to feel the pain of the past. There's this recognition here with the flower of life that it's like a recognition of how much we can cause our own suffering in our life. And transmuting that, right? And saying, I know what I need to cut out to not be causing my own suffering. There's so much I can control around my own pain and my own suffering. And so all I can do in this here and now is do that to ensure I don't have any extra suffering than I need to, right? There is pain that's going to happen with life. But like I said, this recognition that we can cause a lot of our own suffering, right? By staying stuck in karmic cycles and bad habits and all these things. There's a fresh energy here, a new chance, okay, for you, and really wanting to do it right this time. It's like being given a second chance of some sort. Okay, we have dreams. So like I said, with the dreams, intuition, illusions, fantasy, subconscious. So a lot to do with the subconscious. Subconscious clearing right now. So you could be having crazy dreams, about maybe unfinished business situations with friends and other people, family even, passed away loved ones. It's like situations that you really need to rectify and come to a place of peace for. All right, let's do the energy of the connection here, and then we'll get some messages from your person. We have chemistry, attraction, spark, passion. I just got the chills. Fireworks could be significant. Maybe somebody's birthday is on 4th of July. That just came through. Clearly, what a wonderful birthday to have, by the way. I would love to have that as my birthday. Loyalty, trusting, reliability, believing. Okay, and this is really about like that inner balance. You have to trust yourself before you can trust anybody else, right? Just like you have to love yourself before you can love anybody else. We have mistakes, misunderstood, victim, lost soul. Okay, so that is the energy. We're seeing that, sitting in that energy of contemplation, looking at the things you don't want to bring with you. Trapped, stuck, tied down, captive. There could be third-party energy here. Commitment, marriage, promises, fidelity. This could speak to wanting commitment from this person, but it could also speak to one or both being in a commitment. And that's a blockage when it comes to this coming together, right? Longing, craving, aching, wanting. And for those that's for, it's causing a lot of pain and despair because you want to feel like you're doing the right thing, and listening to your heart feels very selfish, right? Especially if there's families involved. Apology, forgiveness, return, sorry. Red roses could be very significant. There's a lot of red here. I don't like how those came out. Let's get one more, Spirit. Distracted, sidetracked, change, delays. Okay, we were speaking to that earlier, and that came out over the exact cards. Distracting themselves, indulgence just came through, and overworking. Okay, overworking to not think about this connection. All right, let's get some messages directly from your person. If you spoke today, what would they say? I can feel the distance between us and it hurts me so much. Yes, and we're seeing that with that despair energy. else, Spirit? What else does this person want to say? Please don't lose hope on me as I am working on myself. I want to work on this connection and meet you in the middle. From my higher self, being with you is what I truly want. Someone here on the side of the connection, though, needs to decide if that's what they truly want. I'm getting mixed signals. Mixed signals to the universe, I just heard. You and I are one regardless of our circumstances. I still have hope that we will be together again. My greatest wish is to be in union with you and simply be happy. Let's get 2 more, Spirit. I do love you from the bottom of my heart and I will never stop. The light has gone out of my life since we parted ways. I will always love you no matter what happens between us. Oh. All right. Let's end this reading with the astrology dice. Or should we get a ruin? No, I'm gonna do the dice. Okay, we have Scorpio energy, 5, which is change. Scorpio is death. This ego, you know, the death of the ego is required for union here. And then we have Mars. Okay, Mars speaks to action here. Okay, so action, change, and death here. This is about becoming so uncomfortable that you have to do something. You have to say something because you can't hold this in any longer. And we didn't get the Chariot card, but we did get death and we did get the Ace of Pentacles. So there is some type of movement or change coming to this connection if it resonated with you. All right, my loves, I hope this helped. I hope it gave you a little bit of guidance. And most importantly, I hope it helps strengthen your intuition on what you're already knowing and feeling. I love you very much. And until next time, love and light.